Chapter 2, The Creator's Cradle. The infusion tubes in the cultivation chamber trembled like spider webs under the moonlight as I knelt on the biogel carpet, preparing to perform the 6th telomere repair on Adam. The illegally purchased telomere extender glowed with an eerie green hue, merging in the syringe with his pale golden cerebrospinal fluid. Outside, the acrid scent of humic acid from the waste treatment plant mingled with the smell of phenolic disinfectant, creating a suffocating knot. "Mom, it hurts." 5-year-old Adam suddenly grasped my lab coat, a grotesque lump bulging at the base of his neck where the subcutaneous chip was rejecting his body. I stared numbly at the pain pumps reading, 30% above the safety threshold. The painkillers, which should have flowed to his heart, were now rewriting the genetic codes of his dopamine receptors in the prefrontal cortex. 3 hours earlier, when the housekeeper from the bifamily delivered black rose seeds, I had been installing the second-generation language module for Adam. The holographic projection of a Cambridge linguistics professor froze abruptly, and Adam's pupils flickered over a string of error codes. What came out of his mouth was a slum dialect from 20 years ago, genetic horse improved breed. Suddenly, the mechanical arm of the disinfecting cabinet malfunctioned, knocking over an entire box of nanofiber sutures. I cradled the convulsing Adam and burst through the emergency hatch, the fire alarm blaring as I caught a glimpse of the brand deep within his irises. It was the visual enhancement chip I had secretly implanted the night before, now distorting my reflection into a kaleidoscopic form. "Is this your custom-made perfect partner?" The shadow of the Genetic Review Bureau loomed on the monitoring screen as I used a laser scalpel to excise Adam's overgrown artificial tear glands. Blood mist splattered onto the tattered pages of Wuthering Heights, Catherine's monologue resonating with the alarm. "He will never know how much I love him, not because of his beauty, but because he is more like me than I am." Suddenly, the monitoring data from the cultivation chamber fluctuated violently. Adam's cloned cells were devouring the loyalty genes I had implanted. The carefully arranged base pairs danced a tango under the electron microscope. I frantically clicked the abort button, but heard the soft sound of bubbles bursting in the cultivation fluid, a sound reminiscent of the desperate sob I let out 20 years ago on that rainy night, when I had stolen a sip of cryoprotectant in the genetic archive. At 3 in the morning, while replacing Adam's mechanical kidney, I discovered his sketchbook hidden beneath his pillow. The yellowed pages were filled with altered wedding scenes, the woman in white lace forever faceless, while the groom's outline unmistakably resembled my younger self.